Our next report explains the impeachment proceedings and trial. Take a look.
Impeachment is a rarely used tool to oust a sitting US president from power. The two-step process begins if lawmakers consider a president is guilty of treason, bribery or other high crimes and misdemeanors according to the US Constitution. The initial vote takes place in the House of Representatives and a simple majority is needed. In the event of impeachment, the case then moves to the Senate for an impeachment trial. A two-thirds majority is needed for conviction in the 100-member chamber. If that happens, the president is automatically removed from office with no possibility for appeal. Although no US president has ever been ousted from office under impeachment proceedings, two were impeached by the House of Representatives but ultimately acquitted in the Senate. Andrew Johnson in 1868 and Bill Clinton in 1998. Richard Nixon resigned in 1974 to avoid certain impeachment by Congress over the Watergate scandal. Any federal official suspected of serious wrongdoing can be prosecuted by Congress under the impeachment process.
Moving on, despite stern warning from Beijing, the lower chamber of US legislature has passed two bills protecting human rights in Hong Kong. The bill now goes to the White House for US President Donald Trump to sign or veto the bills. The lawmakers voted 417 to 1 for the Hong Kong Human Rights and Democracy Act, a legislation which was unanimously passed by the upper chamber on Tuesday. The legislation, which has angered Hong Kong, would require Washington to certify that Hong Kong retains enough autonomy to qualify for the US trading considerations. It will allow the US to sanction officials who are responsible for human rights violation in Hong Kong. The second bill was passed 417 to 0, a bill which had earlier been unanimously approved by the upper chamber. The bill bans the export of crowd control weapons to Hong Kong police. It bans the export of tear gas, pepper spray, rubber bullets and stun guns, weapons that are being used by the Hong Kong police every day.
Congress is sending an unmistakable message to the world that the United States stands in solidarity with freedom-loving people of Hong Kong, and we fully support their fight for freedom.
The Hong Kong government condemned the US for passing the bill. It said that the bill not only meddles in Hong Kong's affairs, but also sends the wrong message to violent protesters. The government said, and I quote here, "The Hong Kong Human Rights and Democracy Act and the other act on Hong Kong are unnecessary and unwarranted. They will also harm the relations and common interests between Hong Kong and the United States." Unquote. Beijing was not happy with the US decision. China slammed the US, saying that the resolution is a clear interference in its internal affairs, and if not prevented from becoming a law, it could backfire on the US.
香港是中国的香港，香港事务纯属中国内政。我们正告美方认清形势，悬崖勒马，立即采取措施阻止该案惩罚，立即停止插手香港事务，干涉中国内政，以免引火烧身，自食苦果。如果美方一意孤行，中方必将采取有力措施予以坚决反制，坚定维护国家的主权、安全和发展。
Meanwhile, in the embattled financial hub, Hong Kong police announced that around 1,000 were arrested over the Polytechnic University siege. Some anti-government protesters trapped inside the campus tried to flee through the sewers and abseiling from a footbridge, many of whom failed to escape and some were arrested. Police said that they had no plans to storm the campus.